So let's talk about an amazing product we have here at Forever called MPD, multi-purpose detergent. You know, what is MPD? Well, it's just that, a multi-purpose cleaner. Now, I have to tell you, when I came to the company, I used to subscribe to the, well, you need a toilet cleaner for your toilets, you need a glass cleaner for your glass, you need a countertop cleaner or an all-purpose cleaner, and then you need a floor cleaner. And I had a cupboard full of cleaning products. I was so thrilled when I actually put MPD to use, because I didn't believe it just because everybody said yes, you could use it. And quite honestly, it was a hard transition for me to go from using a cleaning product in my laundry. But I have to tell you, the money that I have saved alone in having this product in my home, because it is so concentrated and you need such a small amount, and the way that it can cross over into so many different ways of cleaning is truly remarkable. And like I said, I didn't believe it until I tried it, and now MPD is the only product that is found in our cupboards and in our laundry room. The high concentration, again, allows you to use just a very small amount for equal performance as you would a full dose of another type of cleaning product. So why are you going to use MPD, or what different ways are you going to use MPD, and what are some of the benefits of MPD? Well, first of all, why would you use MPD? Well, number one, it's phosphorus free. Now, I know that you may or may not have heard this term, and I'm going to tell you why it's important, because believe it or not, there are companies still today that use phosphorus in their products because, you know, it's one of those high performing degreasing products that really gets the job done. The problem is that when we have too much nitrogen and phosphorus in the water, so it goes down the drain, it goes into our water, into our natural ecosystems. The water, it causes algae to grow faster than the ecosystem can handle. And so then the ecosystem gets out of balance, and we're creating havoc where Mother Nature has to fight harder to find balance. And that's something that we could absolutely avoid by just eliminating phosphorus from our products, which Forever Living has done with our MPD formula, which means it's environmentally friendly and it has biodegradable ingredients. The thing I love is that it's a mild and gentle formula, so it's kind to hands and clothes. But when you think of mild and gentle, this formula cleans. Do not be mistaken. It is a phenomenal cleaner, but it's mild and gentle where it needs to be. So again, we're looking at the environmental impact, the physical impact, and making sure that it's able to accomplish the tasks of cleaning your home top to bottom. Now, the one thing MPD has not been created for is to use in an automatic dishwasher. And that's simply because, you know, this is a multi-purpose cleaner, but that goes a little bit beyond because you're using an actual machine to facilitate cleaning. Where MPD is typically used by you, the person, it's very effective in all of the uses that you as a person would clean. But when you put it into an actual machine itself, it was never designed for that. So that is the one area that you would want to avoid. Let's talk about how you use it. So first, let's talk about your laundry. And again, think of this high concentration. You only need a half a cap. And to be honest, I have a high efficiency washing machine. I use a quarter of a cap, and it does an amazing job. But if you have a standard washing machine, use a half of a cap. Or you can actually use it as a pre-treatment for clothing stains. I don't know how many of you have those spray stain-ons or those stain sticks, and we're constantly rubbing them in the kids' clothes, or where we spilled something on our shirts and we're letting it soak. Simply dab a tiny bit of MPD in that area, rub it into the clothing, and then just toss it in. You don't really even need to wait. It's a really effective pre-treatment product, and it's also great for carpet stains. You know, I had an incident the other day where my daughter had dropped some nachos on the carpet. And I grabbed my MPD in my little spray bottle and I sprayed it in the stain, and I got my wash rag, and I was blown away at how quickly the stain came up, and I didn't worry. And so it was a relief for me and my daughter, because, you know, she didn't feel the wrath of mom for having eaten in the carpeted area, because mom had something that could help get the stain out. So it really is an amazing product for pre-treatment in clothing and carpet stains. Now, a little extra tip I'd like to tell you, and one thing that I love Forever Essential Oils lavender. I love the smell of lavender, and I love it when it permeates my laundry room. How does that happen? Well, when I put in 1/4 of a cup of the MPD into my washing machine, I will usually drop anywhere between 5 and 10 drops of lavender oil right directly into that before it goes into the wash. And what happens is I just get this light fragrance of lavender that kind of permeates throughout my laundry room. And then as I move my clothing from the washing machine to the dryer, I use dryer sheets. Now the dryer sheets I use are scented. You can buy non-scented dryer sheets, but then again, just put a few drops of lavender essential oil, and when that dryer heats up, oh my goodness, you walk in and it's no longer stressful to do laundry. You actually walk into this delightful waft of lavender, which is calming and soothing. And you know, it just does the body good when through an aromatic experience. It really does provide amazing benefits. So that's just another way that you can actually incorporate another Forever product into a combination of MPD's amazing, powerful results. Another way you can actually use it is for floors, sinks, and for the toilet. Now again, I have to tell you, I was a tough one to convince. And I thought, well, man, to dilute 1 cap in 1 gallon of water, that just doesn't seem like very much cleaning solution. And when I got our MPD spray bottle, which we also offer, it actually gives the directions of using 1 teaspoon of MPD to fill the bottle and mix it with water. And I thought to myself, man, that just can't be enough. So I made the mistake of using too much. And you know what? The directions are absolutely right. This is not a situation where if a little is great, then a lot is better. This is a situation where follow the directions as they are and rest assured that the results will be there. So you can use this to clean floors, tile, sinks. You can use it for your toilet. You can use it for many different types of solid surfaces and other different types of surfaces. You can use it for tile, windows, glass, and mirror. And that was another thing I had a hard time with because I've always grown up with the blue liquid that you spray on your mirrors for a streak-free shine. And so again, I put it to use and I found that it was so amazing because when it went in, it actually cut through the smog and that fog that forms on my mirror. And I had the toothpaste that had been spit up on the mirror for my kids, and it cut through that with 1 swipe. I didn't have to wipe back and forth like other products. I just put 1 big spill swoop. It took everything off, left no streaks, and I was absolutely delighted. So go ahead and use it for windows, glass, and mirrors. And again, realize this is so highly concentrated. If you do use the MPD spray bottle, you really only need 1/2 teaspoon or less combined with the full spray bottle of water, and it's just as effective. Now, I know sometimes we associate cleaning with antibacterial or antimicrobial, and that's important in today's society. If you're cooking in the kitchen and you're using raw meats and you're putting them on your counters, you want to make sure that those countertops are clean. And that's why whenever you purchase a drugstore or a not department store, but your grocery store, when you purchase a grocery store cleaner, most of them have a dominant fragrance for what? For lemon. And you see lemon as a constituent of many of those formulas. Well, that's because lemon actually it has a very robust defense system, and it helps to ward off the bugs that attack it. So we happen to have the Forever Essential Oil of Lemon, and I put this in all of my spray bottles that I use MPD because, again, I want that additional benefit that comes from the Forever Essential Oil, and I want to combine it with the power of MPD. So for me, when I clean my countertops, if I'm cleaning my toilets or if I'm cleaning the bathroom sinks, all of my MPD spray bottles have not only MPD, but they have Forever Essential Oil Lemon. Now, I don't use lemon necessarily on the floors. It's just a mentality, but you certainly could if you were washing your tile floor and you wanted to go the distance, you certainly could use lemon. I don't personally, but it wouldn't be a problem if you did. The only surface you would not want to apply your essential oil lemon would be on wood. So if you have hardwood floors, avoid adding your essential oil lemon, and that's just because lemon is a natural substance that is a rich oil, and the wood will actually absorb it and you could get some discoloration. So just avoid putting your essential oil of lemon in if you're going to do wood floors. But again, Remember that this is a common fragrance or a common ingredient in many of the mainstream cleaners, and it would be no different to add it to your MPD formula in any ratio that you want. Now, I usually add between 10 and 20 drops to my my spray bottle. That's because I love not only the performance, but I love the fragrance. It makes it feel so fresh, and it doesn't smell chemical. You know, you use competitor brands and they smell so chemical, and this just makes it smell like you're standing out in front of a fresh lemon tree. It's absolutely delightful. Another one of the benefits, you can actually use MPD when you're hand washing dishes. And again, so highly concentrated that you need just a tiny amount for the maximum effect. But you know, the reason that it's so phenomenal is because it actually is this gentle formula that has skin conditioning benefits from the aloe. And so your skin doesn't feel dry and cracked when you're using it. So whenever I use my MPD and I'm washing dishes very, very quickly, I'll just use my scrubber or my sponge. I don't put on my rubber gloves, and I wash them and set them out to dry. It rinses effortlessly. It creates an effective cleansing agent. And then again, when it washes down the drain, I don't worry about it at all.